Tonight on the Tool Show, we have new tool announcements from Milwaukee, Ridgid, and DeWALT.
We have a work van packed with Makita, a very expensive vac, a tiny planer, and another platinum tool deal from OhioPowerTool.com.
All that and more coming up right now on the Tool Show.
Welcome back, Tool fans. I'm Sarah, and with me as always is Rob. And our first tool news comes from Ridgid, who announced a brand new track saw, the R48 630. The new 18-volt brushless 6.5-inch track saw boasts 5,000 RPM, bevel cuts between -1 and 47 degrees, a 2 1/8-inch depth of cut, and a swivel dust port. But you likely already know this, because while Ridgid announced the saw on Tuesday, we've already seen a full review from Rob Robillard 3 weeks ago. And then Matt at 731 Woodworks 2 weeks ago, Mark Thomas Builder a week ago, and Tool Review Zone just a few days after that. The new news is pricing and availability. If any of those guys convince you to add a track saw to your Ridgid collection, you can pick yours up next month for $3.99 with a pair of tracks, but no batteries or charger. You can buy a huge 60-inch track for $99, an extra set of 27.5-inch tracks for $89, or a pair of track-compatible clamps for $45.
Milwaukee just announced the latest generation of cordless finish nailers. That is the all-new Milwaukee M18 Fuel 16-gauge straight finish nailer, the 3020. Its focus is to consistently sink nails in common soft and hard woods. It leaves behind small nail holes, so you spend less time filling and finishing. This generation is more compact than the previous and features a precision tip for access to tight spaces and a clear line of sight for accurate nail placement. And best of all, it has zero ramp-up time, so it's always ready to fire. There's also no delay between pulling the trigger and the nail firing, so you get a true pneumatic fire rate without all the hassles of air hoses. This thing is entirely battery powered. No gas cartridges, no compressor, and no maintenance. It weighs in at only 6.2 pounds and fires from 1-inch to 2.5-inch nails. The magazine can hold up to 110 nails at a time, has an LED work light, and a dry fire lockout. The new nailer arrives next month for $329 bare.
DeWALT had a small announcement. Very, very small. Those are DeWalt's new next-gen Flex Torque Impact driver bits. They have redesigned tip geometry that claims to reduce wear, leading to double the numbers of screws per bit. The yellow Flex Torque zone absorbs impact for up to 200 times longer life than standard DeWalt bits. Based on those numbers, I'm assuming the standard bits were made of gingerbread. The new bits come in PH2 Phillips head and T20 to T40 fasteners. The new bits are available now.
Hey, it's time again for Tool Show in Town. This week, we're focusing on tech. Now, I've noticed a new trend in tool shopping recently, but before I show you that, I want to show you this. I was recently shopping for a new motorcycle and ended up looking at Indian. When I went to build a Scout Bobber, I found a builder unlike anything I've ever seen before. The website loads a new photographic 3D model of the motorcycle. As you choose accessories, they appear on that 3D model. Choose a different color scheme, it updates. I was able to spin the bike around and see it from every possible angle. I didn't end up buying an Indian, but I'll be the first to admit I spent more time on their website than any other. The next time I saw a builder this real looking was on the Flex website, where I found their Stack Pack builder. Again, hyper-realistic 3D models that adapts as I choose more pieces and stack it up. I can add a few boxes and even accessories. Maybe put a battery holder on the front, a level holder, and a cable wrap on the rolling toolbox. Milwaukee has a much simpler builder for their packout on their website, but it's only in 2D. There's just something far more engaging about a 3D interface with so much realism. As it turns out, the company that built this 3D experience for Flex is called Epigraph, and their brilliant Flex Stack Pack builder is just the beginning. They have another photorealistic interface over at Ace Hardware for the Craftsman Garage Storage System. Again, you can add tool chests, accessories, and best of all, once you've built your dream garage setup, you can add every piece to your cart with just one click. We also found Epigraph's amazing work at Ego. Just look at that Z6. You can smoothly spin it around and click on a lot of the hot spots for more details on the features. They're even starting to build 3D models of tools you can find on places like Lowe's. Like, take a look at that DeWalt Extreme 12-volt Max Impact. Just look at the detail on that thing. You can even zoom in and read the sticker on the side. Currently, you can find Epigraph 3D technology on the websites of Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Amazon, and Acme Tools. I am hooked. I'm quickly getting spoiled by the new tech and find myself getting frustrated when I'm looking for a tool and I can't see it in 3D. A lot of their interactions include a QR code that will launch an AR experience on your phone so you can see the tools in your own shop before you buy them. I'm going to link to a bunch of these examples in the description, but that leads to my questions. What do you guys think of this technology? Would a 3D interface or builder help you shop for tools? Let me know in the comments where you'd like to see this tech implemented, or link to an experience you've already found that helped you make a decision. For more information on Epigraph, we'll leave a link to them as well.
We found a bunch of great tool content this week that we think you should check out for yourself. Starting off with Jenny from the shop, who dedicated a video to her biggest fan. That is the new DeWALT 24-inch floor drum fan. The 1/6 horsepower motor drives up to 6,500 CFM, more than enough to air out our studio after Taco Tuesday.
Hey.
Jenny shows you how to assemble it, highlights its features, and makes a pretty good case for picking one up yourself.
Rob Robillard is an accomplished remodeler, and his tools of choice have always been Makita. So when he bought a new work van for his remodeling company, he decided to design it around the Makita XGT line of tools, and the result is just brilliant. I especially love the battery charging system that keeps all of his batteries out in his truck instead of in his garage or shop. If you're looking to clean up your own van, Rob has some ideas for you over at Toolbox Buzz.
Drew over at Whitworks got out his old $29 Ridgid dust extractor and drops it in the ring with a $1,400 3M extract that looks like R2-D2's nemesis. Drew actually has a smart setup for testing these vacs and even takes the time to show you how he built it. Without spoiling anything, I highly suggest you watch his video before dropping $1,400 on that 3M.
Matt from Badger Workshop has new toys to play with in his shop this week. It's like Christmas in July. That is the Bosch GMC 18-volt 245 professional double bevel miter saw. He shares a full list of details, features, pros and cons, everything you need in a tool review. You can watch the full video at Badger Workshop.
Todd is testing off-road recovery rope this week because of course he is. I have never had a need for a road recovery rope before, but after watching Todd's video, I may accidentally get my Xterra stuck.
Why do I feel like I'll be the one helping you get out of that, not the recovery rope?
Don't worry about it.
Tools and Stuff has the new Milwaukee M12 planer, and it's a smooth little operator. While it makes some really nice surfaces and super sharp bevels, that tiny M12 battery doesn't last very long, which is why I suggest you buy 3 or 4 planers so you'll have 3 or 4 batteries to keep you planing.
That's not how that works.
The full review is over at Tools and Stuff.
We're pretty big fans of Metabo grinders around here.
Okay, I actually once used a 9-inch Metabo to cut through a guardrail.
Like in a crash?
No, like in a press event.
Oh, less impressive somehow. Anyways, so when Metabo's new WVPB18LTBL11 125 quick 4.5 5-inch variable speed braking angle grinder showed up on a Torque Test channel thumbnail, we were pretty pumped.
Well done, by the way.
Thank you. And after watching, we were not disappointed. As soon as we saw the Made in Germany on the box, we knew it wasn't even going to be a fight. Those Krauts know what they're doing.
Now, last of all, the jerks over at Machinery Nation totally ripped off our Milwaukee Packout bike video this week. Specifically, they attached a bunch of Packout to a quad, wait for it, with zip ties. Come on, guys. And if you watch closely, you'll notice they never move the quad, not even an inch. I'm not even convinced they own it. I think they just saw my video, grabbed some Packout, strapped it to their neighbor's quad, then ran out before they got caught. Who knows, those wacky Brits.
You know they didn't copy you, right?
It looks like they did.
Well, technically, you copied Travis.
I did not. I don't even watch Travis's content like every single day, or Machinery Nation for that matter.
Right.
Before we go, it's time again for another Platinum Tool Deal. Every week, we share a special code that gives you easily the best tool deal of the week over at OhioPowerTool.com.
The only catch, the code will only work for the first 25 people who use it, so you have to move quickly.
Now, this code for this week will give you $50 off a $100 purchase of any Overstock item. We'll provide a link to the overstock page in the description. Last time I looked, there were rotary hammers, vacs, and even Metabo and Festool track saws.
The code you need is TS75718. Good luck. I want to thank Ego, Spider, and Blockladder for continuing to support our show and our amazing community of tool fans.
All right, guys, if you can, do something kind for someone else this weekend, and we'll see you, Sunday.
Yes.
You can catch Sarah and I with our friends at Hart and Walmart over at walmart.com/live this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you then.